All right. So a lot has been happening in hip hop recently, and I just wanted to take the time to tell you my thoughts because I'm not sure if anyone cares. Typically, I've done a couple reactions. I just don't know if reactions are for me. I think I'd rather just talk about, rappers or current events or whatever in rap, or just talk about an artist's discography or whatever. Or honestly, ranking. I want to do ranking lists and everything. Pretty much the biggest artist or beefing at the biggest artist. We got Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick, Future, and Metro beefing. Those are 5 of the biggest names you could name in 2024. It's been a crazy week. And my Twitter, I have been very passionate about this topic. Let me just lay it out. All right, say you have no idea. You have no idea what's happening. Say you have no idea what's happening in the hip hop world. I'm going to explain it as unbiased as I possibly can. So you probably already know hip hop is like a sport. Really just proven to be the best rapper you could be. So basically what happened was Drake's album comes out in, last year. J. Cole's featured on it. First Person Shooter comes out. This is what starts it, essentially. Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot? Is it Aubrey or me? So basically Kendrick, Drake, or him. So basically what he's saying is they're like the top tier, they're the best, whatever. We the big 3, we started the league. But right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. So he's saying he thinks he's the greatest. He thinks he's the best. Kendrick didn't like that at all. And basically what happened was Kendrick came out on Future's album, which dropped 3-4 weeks ago. And he responds, he says, "Motherfuck the big 3, it's just big me." And basically he kind of disses J. Cole. But he's really, really talking about Drake 100%. It's a lot of goofies with a check. So boom, that's Drake. Then he also says first person shooter. So that's J. Cole and Drake, both of them. And then here's the part. He says for all the dogs getting buried, which is Drake's album. And then he also says your best work is a light pack. Prince outlived Mike Jack. So that was clearly because Drake mentioned Michael Jackson in his thing. So he's clearly mostly dissing Drake. But he obviously some strays are thrown at Cole. But again, not subliminal at all. It's straight up just like, hey, you think you're Muhammad Ali, then I'm going to diss you. He comes out and he's like, no. And then J. Cole then responds. And this was, I think, Friday. This was Friday. So J. Cole drops a surprise album. So J. Cole drops 7 Minute Drill, which is in fact not 7 minutes. It's 3. So I don't really understand that, but it's fine. He's still doing shows, but fell off like The Simpsons. That's fair. Simpsons has been on a long time. Obviously, it's fallen off a little bit. Your first shit was classic. Your last shit was tragic. Your second shit put to sleep, but they gassed it. Your third shit was massive, and that was your prime. Boom. Let me spell it out. Good Kid, Mad City, classic. Last one, tragic. He's talking about Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. And this part, so your second shit put brothers to sleep. So he's talking about To Pimp a Butterfly, which I don't know how you could think that, but that's fine. But they gassed it. So he's saying it's way overrated, whatever. Your third was massive, and that was your prime. So he's saying damn is his prime, which is interesting. I mean, yeah, I think that's one of Kendrick's best albums. But anyway, I'm not going to dissect it. I just want to show you the boom, 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 what happened. Now I'm front of the line with a comfortable lead. So he thinks he's just responding back competitive, this and that. He said, I got here off of bars, no controversy, because he's talking about Kendrick's Control verse in 2013. But for me, honestly, I didn't think that was really a diss. Sure, it was a little controversial to say. I didn't think it was a diss, though. I think he was just kind of raising the bar or whatever. He averaging one hard verse every 30 months or something. So, yeah, that's valid. Kendrick doesn't release much music, and he takes his time. But push come to shove, on this mic, I will humble him. That's what J. Cole's saying. I don't know. All this stuff is just kind of like Cole World, your instructor for Pilates class, get you stretched. If I feel a disrespect, a bunch of stuff. For the most part, it seems like he's just talking about everyone. He's like, yeah, I'm the best. I'll get you straight. Whatever. Just kind of cliche throws out there. And then he says 4 albums in 12 years I could divide. So he's obviously talking about Jay-Z's Takeover, where he says 4 years and whatever album in 10 years I could divide. He was talking about Jay-Z was talking to Nas. on Takeover. So he's basically saying, oh, 4 albums in 12 years. This is merely a warning shot to back. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of like all that. So 2 days after J. Cole drops that, which is like a whole diss song to Kendrick, whatever.
My spirit of trying to like get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to like jab my back and I try to keep it friendly. But at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my peace and downplay this catalog and his greatness. I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a microphone? Y'all love Kendrick Lamar, correct? Bro, that was the lamest, like goofiest, and I say all that to say it made me feel like 10 years ago when I was moving incorrectly. And I pray that God align me back up on my purpose and on my path. You know what I mean? I pray that my really didn't feel no way, and if he did, I got my chin out. Take your best shot. I'm gonna take that on the chin, boy. Do what you do.
So there's the gist. Now we're all caught up. Now it's time for opinions because I have quite a few. And I think that is the most embarrassing, worst thing that J. Cole could have done, possibly. I think it's pathetic, and I think that was such a coward move. Okay, you know what? To even say, like, to sit here and say, like, okay, it wasn't me as a person, whatever. I don't move that way. That was 10 years ago. Like, it's immature, like, all that stuff. And getting right with yourself or whatever. Like, it's just such a cowardly move, especially after you released a diss. If you didn't release a diss, and he just said, I'm mature, I don't need any of that, that's fine. But the fact that you're going to sit here and literally praise Kendrick Lamar and be like, I love that man. So sorry. I'll take it on the chin like a good boy. Like, that is the most embarrassing. I can't even get over the fact. This is hip hop where beef is like, it's needed. It's like the fuel to hip hop. It's literally like, who's the best? Who's the best? You're hungry for it. It's a fight. And J. Cole's out here. He literally threw a whole diss track on to Kendrick and say, stop, I'm going to murder you, this and that. And he's just talking about To Pimp a Butterfly is boring and like a horrible diss, to be honest. Like, if I read these lyrics, it's so bad. Okay, Kendrick wasn't even really dissing Cole. He was mostly dissing Drake. J. Cole has been talking for years. The past 2 years, features everywhere. He's saying, I'm the best to ever do it. I'm best with the mic and with the pen, I'm the best. Like this and that. In order to say that, you have to back it up if someone comes at you. So if Kendrick legitimately just disses you, how could you make that claim anymore? And he's about to release an album called The Fall Off, where everything leading up to this has been like, oh, I'm the best. On this mic, I will kill you. Like on different songs, he said, on this album, on Might Delete Later album, which he's going to delete, he said he is going to delete it. If you say my name in a verse, you'll be killed on the track or something. To say that and then turn around and tuck your tail and run at the first chance you get, oh my God, you fell for the bait. You fell for the bait and terrified. There's no other explanation about it. And you're not the first. Everyone's back down to Kendrick, which is interesting because I've never seen Kendrick in war mode. To literally post an album that's even called Might Delete Later and put a diss on it, and then you actually delete it and apologize, that's the lamest thing I've ever heard. And I've seen Twitter in uproar about this, and I'm so happy that people are realizing that Cole is corny. On Twitter, the big Cole fans, I'm probably going to get a lot of dislikes in this video. I don't even care. But the Cole fans, literally, all they're saying is like, oh my gosh, how could you possibly hate on a man for trying to be the best person he can be, he's just trying to be himself, he's trying to be like, I've got mixed feelings about these rap. It's over for that cat. We official cat peelers. We get at shoot a lights out. Yeah, my dog stat bill. Like, talk about all this killing shit on your diss to Kendrick. And then to say nothing of factual content or anything. And people are going to say, oh, it's just a little shove back. Kendrick gave a little shove and J. Cole's just giving a little shove back. No. That's not the time for a shove back. It's not like a little, no. This is the time. It was the time and he completely missed it. And 7 Minute Drill was a horrible diss to me. The only thing he really said of like factual content was like, you dropped 4 albums in 12 years. It's like, yeah, maybe you dropped 4 albums in 12 years. You dropped 4 masterpieces in 12 years. And J. Cole dropped 0 masterpieces ever in his whole career, and he's been around since like 2007. And then you're gonna apologize, make the whole entire stadium say, "Who here loves Kendrick Lamar? Yeah, we're together in the." No. You're not gonna throw around this togetherness. You could still have respect for Kendrick and diss him. You don't have to take it personal, but you gotta prove you're the better rapper. And you're not a better rapper in any way. So many people have backed down from Kendrick. Lupe Fiasco, Jay Electronica, Malcolm R, Big Sean. Who else has backed down? I mean, really, no one has dissed Kendrick. Not even Drake. Because I remember the Hard Part 4 is definitely about, I think, Big Sean and Drake. Drake didn't even diss back then, but now I think it's time. Honestly, Drake should diss J. Cole for this. This is embarrassing. And he gave so much ammunition for potential disses. Like, sample this, intro this. Like, stop saying you're going to murder people on tracks and you're the greatest rapper if you're not willing to back it up. And this was go time, and you failed. He didn't say anything good in his diss either. So yeah, there's no big 3. And first of all, another contradiction here that I'm not even going to really delve into that much. You're going to put Kendrick in the big 3. So you guys are the 3 greatest, you know, the best. Oh, who's the best? Oh, is it K-Dot, Drake, or me? Like, you're going to throw him in that best 3. Best, you know, and then you're going to call his last album horrible and To Pimp a Butterfly boring. And then you're going to turn around and Tour, you're bad. You're not that good. Like, listen to the lines of J. Cole's. Like, I'm hesitant. I love my brother, but I'm not going to lie. I'm powered up for real. That shit would feel like swatting a fly. Like, are you joking? What are you? My text flooded with the hunger for a toxic reply. Now it's popping outside like the top of July. Like a Falcon 9 inside my pocket, bitch's rocket gon' fly. Like, what are we in 5th grade? I could have wrote this. The only good thing about Cole, in my opinion, is his flow. And it tricks so many people into thinking like, oh, he's so good. No, you're not on the level of Kendrick at all. And I'm not going to be that guy, the white boy, the cliche white boy where it's like, Kendrick's the best. Oh my God, Kendrick's the best. I like Kendrick, but to be honest, he's like in my top 10 probably, but like near the bottom. Just because he has to be for what he's done for the culture and everything. And he raises the bar consistently. Like he did in Control and he did here. But I mean, this is definitely a diss. He's raising the bar, but he's dissing too. But hip hop needs this. Drake 100% is going to diss him. I think he's been posting memes and stuff and like talking at concerts, like all big talk. And I think it's coming. A Future and Metro album is coming out this Friday. I'd be shocked if they both didn't. If Drake didn't release on the same day to try to take views away and just completely negate that album. Kendrick. He's not war tested, to be fair. He hasn't actually been like a beef, but it's because nobody wants to. Everyone's scared of him. And there's a reason. And J. Cole, I think, realized that. J. Cole, he probably saw like, oh my gosh, so many people back down to him. And like, he said he was losing sleep, J. Cole. Like, losing sleep over your diss because he felt bad. Oh my God. Talk all you want about being a good person or this and that. This is hip hop. Don't talk your shit if you can't back it up. And to say this is for clout or any of that is the most annoying thing. And same with like the hard verse every 30 months. Like, that's not even... Like, yeah, sure, he doesn't release much music, but his quality of music is insane. Mr. Morale, I think, was one of his best projects ever. I think it's top... I think it might be his best album. And I know it's a hot take. But... it's all about like interpersonal growth and everything. And that's actually deep. J. Cole's not deep. Like he's like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get right. No, you're a coward and you're scared and you know you're out of your element. So you're backing down. I can't wait to see his album. Because what is J. Cole going to talk about? He usually just talks about, oh, I'm the best. Like, oh, I'm the best. I'm going to murder these MCs and this and that. Drake should diss J. Cole. But Drake, he's got to come hard. I think Drake's the only one who stands a shot against Kendrick. Best storyteller, like best rapper, best lyricist, like just so many aspects to it. And Cole has proven time and time again to me that he is not even close to the top 3. Kendrick's a deep artist. He digs deep and he makes you think about things and like crazy generational trauma he talked about in his last album and getting right with yourself and everything. And then we got J. Cole, who writes about when you're 13 and wet dreams. Like it's just, there's levels. Drake's an amazing rapper, one of the best rappers, but when it comes down to it, I don't think he has what it takes to win. I think he can hold his own, and I think he'll come out with a great diss. But I guess we'll see Friday, because I'm feeling like Friday's it. Yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching. If you dislike it, I don't care. As long as you watched it.